What is your second disappointment?
My second disappointment, and it kills me to say it because he's a UNC player, but it's going to be Harrison Barnes. I don't see how you're on a team as bad as Sacramento and can only pull 13 points a game.
This is going to be really funny in a few minutes.
And he's not the main ball handler, but somehow turns the ball over 10 out of every 100 touches.
I think Harrison Barnes is playing okay. I think that
he's got 30 minutes a game, 13 points a game, and 30% from 3.
Yeah, but if you break it down by a game, if I'm just looking at his last 10 games, he's got a 20 piece, he's got a 17 piece, he's got a 22 piece, he's got a 26 piece, he's got a 27 piece. It's his low games that are really driving that average down. And he had a really, really, really bad start to the season. But as a veteran player in a locker room, most people don't think of Harrison Barnes as a voice in the locker room, but he is, and I think that he has a lot to do with that Sacramento Kings team. And I'm going to go ahead and hijack Angelo's next spot because I'm going to take it because the Kings are actually my surprise. I love this team. We have the last 15 years where it's always been, oh, this is the Kings' year. They're finally going to make the playoffs, and then we get let down. And so far this season, they are playing amazingly. I think that... So De'Aaron Fox has emerged into a star player this year. Sabonis is continuing. He's not at the all-star level he was with the Pacers, but you expect that with the usage dropping. But his two-man game with De'Aaron Fox has been great. Davion Mitchell, I don't know how much you guys are watching the Kings, but there are nights when he is an all-defensive first-team performer. And you don't expect that. I think that overall, just from the history of the Kings, this season it's looking like they're finally going to hit the playoffs. And I think they possibly could upset someone in the first round. Do I think they're an actual contender? Absolutely not. But anytime the Kings look like they're finally going to break the drought, they're going to be an uplift for me.
It looks to me like if playoffs started today, the Kings would play the Nuggets.
They'd lose.
I don't know.
They'd lose.
Fun fact, the Pelicans would play the Trailblazers.
But just adding Herter to that team, adding Monk to that team. I mean, Monk was on that team, but adding those players to the team. Keegan Murray's looked good. It's just a really good team. What'd you say?
Malik Monk?
Yeah, he's on the Kings now.
Malik Monk played for the Lakers last year.
Oh, so yeah, he joined. I thought he was on the Kings last year. Did he might have got traded. I don't know. Fact check that. I might be wrong. Yep. I'm probably wrong because I wasn't following the Kings last year because the Kings were doing Kings things. But this year, I'm buying in. They're making the playoffs, and I will bet money on them in the first round because this is the Kings' year to get to the second round.
He did play for the Lakers last season.
I wouldn't. So, what... You could say a lot. So, the Kings have ascended in multiple facets. What do you think is the biggest catalyst to the Kings ascending, Ren?
This season?
Yes.
I think it's been De'Aaron Fox's emergence as an actual player you can count on to lead. I think that last season, the splitting of De'Aaron and Tyrese did more for both of them. It was addition by subtraction for both players. I think putting the ball in De'Aaron's hands more is letting him develop what's left of his game, because he's always been a player that's been exciting to watch, and I think everyone would agree with that. But he's never been a true leader, and we're seeing that this season, and you want your primary ball handler to be a leader. He's also developing more of a three-point shot because he's averaging the second most of his career, and he's shooting 36%. So the three-point percentage isn't that great, but his field goal percentage is above 50% for the first time in his career. So his overall scoring has just been more efficient, and he's still playing downhill, and that's opening the floor up for a lot of other players on the team, and I think that's why they're seeing more success. De'Aaron Fox is becoming more of a threat. He has more weapons around him, and it also helps that Davion Mitchell is absolutely killing it on defense.
So, do you believe that De'Aaron Fox has hit his peak, or do you believe there's still more to go for him?
I think there's more to go because I do think he will develop more of a shot as time goes on. I think that he's going to figure out the three-point shooting, and I think when he does is when we'll see the Kings elevate into contending for a Western Conference final spot. I don't know that the team as constructed will ever be a playoff contender, like a true contender. Yeah, just because I really feel like they're a big away. Because I'm the biggest Sabonis fan, but you've got to have more from that center position.
Okay, well, let's move on to Angelo's